what does freedom mean to you? Of all the things that you've learned in the past, what does freedom mean to you? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Thriving Filipino Circle Podcast. I'm your host, Joanna Ramos, the founder of Thriving Filipina Circle, and I'm so excited today to bring with you the podcast created for Filipinas in the UAE and beyond, aiming to inspire, empower, and connect us. Today is an incredible special day. You know why? Because we are launching this podcast on the 12th of June. You remember what's that date?
It's
It's
about
our Independence Day. Araw ng Kalayaan. It's so perfect because we will celebrate our stories, freedom, and courage, of course, success, being Filipino. Are you excited?
yes.
At the Thriving Filipina podcast, we will share stories of Filipinas who have dared to dream and break barriers. We'll get to know their journeys, challenges, triumphs, offering valuable insights and inspiration to help you thrive and grow. That's great, right? And speaking of inspiration, our very first guest is someone close to my heart. Someone who truly embodies the spirit of Kalayaan, which means freedom in Filipino. So she's the dynamic force of the marketing world, an entrepreneur, and a proud OFW for 17 years. That's so amazing, right? And 17 years experience in Dubai. That's a long time. Let's give a round of applause for Honey Rivera, the founder of Picksentials.com. Yay! So before we dive into Honey's incredible journey, let's kick off with our word of the day, which is kalayaan. It's a big word, huh? What does kalayaan mean? It means liberty to chase your dreams, empowerment, freedom. That's beautiful, right? It's something where you can create your own destiny. No limitations. I think that's what Kalayaan stands for, and that's an essence of today's conversation. So sit back and relax, and let's get inspired together. Honey, welcome to the Thriving Filipina Circle podcast. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me, Joanna.
So, Honey, I'm glad you're here. We've had this conversation before, but I'd like you to share your story. So, tell me, you've mentioned to me that you're 17 years living here in the UAE.
Yes.
So, what inspired you to get to the UAE?
At first is that I was frustrated in Philippines that time. So, after my graduation, so my mom was waiting for me to graduate. But then I told her, Mom, I cannot wait for another 2 years. And then I have to finish my school. So I transferred from university. I transferred from computer institute to finish 2 years so I can come here to Dubai. So then my mom brought me to Dubai.
So, she was
I was-
here already?
Yes, she was here like maybe at 5 years or 10 years before, since I was high school.
Okay, so did you finish your studies here or?
Yeah. So after that, I finished my study here. One of the company that I work for, they have sponsored me to University of Dubai for digital marketing.
So, that's great. So, your first job was marketing? I mean, your
First
employment.
job when I came here as a receptionist in the Montgomery, Dubai, and I was graduated as computer technology. So I was doing some programming. I'm doing system, bank system. I'm doing hotel system. That's what I remember when I was in college, and I just wanted to highlight as well that I got high grade on that because
good.
it's my thesis. So before you graduate, you have to do the thesis. Even if it's 2 years, you still have to have the thesis. So if you graduate, you need to create a system because I was a programmer before. So when I came here in Dubai, Dubai is a lot of opportunity. They don't care about where you graduate, how your like what is your education and all, for as long as you are good to go for any of the role. So that time I couldn't speak English at all. We don't really we don't really use this language in my country. Taglish, yes, but still you need to. I mean, some of the places in Philippines they speak fluent English, but in our place it wasn't. So when I came here, it was too difficult. I couldn't find a job for 6 months. Yeah, and because my mom was here, so I just pretend I was on vacation that time. But it was so hard. I actually had an homesick. Even my mom was here. I wanted to go back to the Philippines. And it was so lonely. My mom with my stepfather before. We are a very small family. So my mom and my sister and just me, three of us. That's all. And my grandmother was she died 2 years back. So, and then I came here as a receptionist. I got a job finally after 6 months. And then after that, I work as administration in another company after a year. So that time there was no bus, there's no Dubai Mall, no Mall of Emirates, nothing. It's like it's a very open. There's no traffic even.
What year
we
was
were,
this?
2006. Yeah, I was staying 2005 when I came here. 2006 when I got the job, January. I came 2005 August. And then I was living in with my mom in Toyota building, the oldest building in Sheikh Zayed Road. So when I go to the balcony and see the road, it's so empty. And there's no interchange there. It's only it's the roundabout. Yeah, so if we wanted to go for grocery, we have to, climb on the roundabout and go to the another
Yep.
places.
You have to
And
gym.
then and then after that from receptionist after a year, I went as administration in another company in Dubai Investment Park. It's a construction
yes.
chemicals. And then while I was in administration, I got interested in marketing as well. So I was designing our because it's a concrete what you call this? A concrete sack where we put. So I designed that in Painter. Before there was no, I don't know about Adobe and all that. And then, so I started it with just the Word document, PowerPoint, to design, our sacks. That's started the marketing. Then I moved to another company as brand management. So it's Sanrio Design, Victoria Couture, one of the what do you call this one? The brand that it's Sanrio, right?
Yes.
The Hello Kitty
Yes.
design. Yeah. So we have a license to design Victoria Couture. So we have in Galerie Lafayette in Dubai Mall, we have a stand. So there I started the marketing. I started doing a mystery shopping as well because I have to check all our standalone. We have a shop as well everywhere in GCC that time. After that, I got pregnant. I got married, and I didn't work for 2 years. Yeah, it was so difficult as well to, look for another job that time. It was a recession year.
2008?
No, it was 2010.
10.
10, yeah, 2010. And then I got married 2009, and then I was pregnant, so I cannot, no one can, yeah. And then after that, after 2 years, finally, I actually jumped from one company to another company, like 2 weeks. After that, I'm going out. I don't like the job. It's either I don't like the job or I got terminated. And then during the recession. And then after that, I got a very good opportunity. I was actually asking my mom. Actually, she has, she believed in me so much. I know that. But that time, when I was telling her that, Ma, I wanted to jump to another, I wanted marketing. So I wanted to study marketing. And then she said, no, there are many people, like she wants to inspire me, but that's the way how she inspire actually. She said that, no, there are many people that they don't graduate with with what they like, but they still getting the job and then all that. So I was crying that time. I didn't tell her because I just opened up. And then after that, yeah, the opportunity came, and Luta is one of the big company here in Dubai. I've been there for 5 years, so I was yeah, there was no marketing. They don't have marketing before, like before I joined, and I was so happy. There are three candidates, other nationalities, and then it was me, cause one of the administrator there was my friend, so she was telling me about how they were selecting me, and I was like, she was so proud that they, instead of the other nationality, they have joined me. So was Brazil, one is Lebanese, and Filipina. So I was so happy because usually for this kind of before 2010, imagine, but now I'm seeing so many
Yeah.
like Filipina on this yeah, I mean on not on the company, on the um marketing role. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay,
And
so when you got this Luta job, this was after your break.
yeah, after my break.
Ah, that's
Yes.
good.
Yes, after my
So
break.
it seems that you were very young when you started working here.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So what was
20.
on your mind during that time? What was your what
That
motivated you to work here and to learn it? Because it seems that you started as receptionist and then you became marketing.
yeah.
What was your motivation?
Um my motivation is, of course, I wanted I'm ambitious, but in a good way. Okay, because there is, in Tagalog you call
Ambitious.
ambitious, but I don't like that word.
Yeah.
Even one of my friend was telling me about it, and I said I don't like that word. I will say, okay, ambitious in a good way.
positive
Yeah,
way,
in a
yeah.
positive way. So I'm ambitious. I wanted to see when I was in way back in my college. I am short, right? And yeah, we know that. So I like to be an actress.
Why
Yes,
not?
I wanted to be an actress. I was actually, that time was falling in line, very long line. So I started at 12 p.m. in ABS-CBN, and they have this audition at 12 p.m. and then it's already 12 a.m. and I'm still there. I'm so hungry, and because of my hunger, I didn't continue. So I didn't audition that day, and I said, I'm hungry, Kalas. I cannot anymore wait. And then I went back. So in my college, there was a pageant for like Miss STI, like this, in the school. In my class, I was nominated as a president, and then as a vice president, and I won the vice president. And then, but I don't want that, actually. I want to be the muse. So when they were talking about they were nominating the muse, sabi ko, the voting numbers was just one, and I saw my friend was voting for the other. It was really hurting me, and she was saying that don't be so greedy. You already have. I don't like it. If you're my friend, you know what I like. So I wanted to be, I wanted to be, but luckily the other girl, she don't want. She's very shy. So they said, okay, do you want to go on? Because we will take you to. And then I went. I was walking, making the dress and everything, and then after that, I won top 5. I was supposed to win as well because one of the judges, my classmate was there behind the judges. They were there because they will be incentivized if they support, our class. And then one of the judges were saying they already give to the MC that I will be the winner, and then I will be, run in the nationwide. After that, I've lost it because one of the judges said she's short. A beauty pageant has to be someone who is tall and like that. And my classmate told that to me. I was so hurtful. It was so hurt. Why the first time? Why you let me to join this pageant in the first place, right? If you will not win, then just bring all the tallest girl in the world and do the the pageant. No need to break our heart, just to have people there. So that's where I started. I wanted to
So
go
that's
to
the
Dubai.
root cause of
Yeah, that's the root cause. Why?
being ambitious.
Yes, being ambitious because I wanted.
Yeah.
I felt like I cannot do anything with my height. So it's something that locked
It
me
doesn't
already.
define you, your height.
And it just
Yeah.
stopped my ambition to be an actress. I said that okay, I think I will. People will just always, But then I see many actresses which is short now.
Yeah.
Now and then I said, oh, if I just continue and I didn't, so afraid to do it, I should be there. But then when I'm in Dubai, everything changes.
Yes, of course.
I wanted even to be a lawyer before because my father. I didn't meet my father. Nobody knows where is he. So it changes. I think what you want it changes depends on the situation,
Yeah.
and sometimes you change the. And now what I want when I was in Dubai, I always get terminated because of they will say I'm not competent, although like for example as a receptionist and in 2 weeks I was hired as a receptionist as a telesales, and then I couldn't handle 14 calls, and one of the woman, the head of the department terminated me and saying that I can handle 14 calls before I was in my position, and you cannot even handle one calls, and and all that thing. So they terminated me, and I was like very sad about that. I don't blame the other people. I actually usually blame myself, and I say why you cannot do it. Like I'm trying. Yeah, that's yes, you are right. Now I think that's wrong. The wrong perception to torture yourself. I always do
course,
that.
yeah.
Even now, but sometimes I hear some voices of friend like you as well when you say the time that when we spoke, I always say, "Oh, Joanna told me." It always it always reminds me of the good thing that people tells me, and then I try to apply it to myself, not to always torture yourself whenever you were rejected, whenever you were it's part of it to be strong. I think all the pain in the world I have felt already, even bullying when I was in high school, the rejections of this pageant, and then here in Dubai, how many times I have changed job, and then 6 months I couldn't find a job. Oh, there was one thing as well when I was there was this an interview in a big company. It's a big company. I will not mention the company. So, my mom told to that her partner. So it's a friend of someone who's working there in that big company. It's a huge company. So when he interviewed me, he asked me about who is your favorite hero, and I was like, why is asking me this on my mind, on my head? Why is asking me this? But I didn't answer that. And then I said that my favorite hero is Superman. So I just say like this, anything, just random. I throw it. Then he said, I will not hire you. He said, because you are childish. You could have told me, is this part of the interview? I should have told him like this. Because he said from there, he will know if I'm mature or childish. And
That's so tricky.
so I don't know that. Then okay, then he didn't hire me because of the Superman.
I'm sure you had
Hero.
a lot of challenges in the past, but it's good that everything has a reason, right? And look at you now.
Yeah.
My question for you, when you were employed, Honey, so how long were you even did it come to your mind that you're going to be an entrepreneur one day when you were still employed? Did it run in your head?
Yes. From
It was already part
yes,
of
it's
the
already
plan.
part of the plan. Yes, because I wanted to be. When I was in the receptionist, I've seen so many companies coming to our hotel, booking hotel, and I see them, for conference, and I see people who are going for vacation. And how can they afford this? Because I was working there. I know how much how expensive it is just to rent for. It's a boutique hotel. It's a 5-star boutique hotel in Emirates Hills, and the cost of renting a room, and it's just for one day is my salary for a month, and I was say how and I also wanted to feel it, and I also wanted to try it. If I book there, I finish all my all my salary for a month. It's 1,900. So there where it started. I think I need to earn more, and to earn more, what is my end? So if I will be a receptionist, what's the next? What's the other? What is the next level where I can get 40,000 dirhams salary? Every month. So maybe I will get 40,000 dirham salary. Then I would be able to afford this luxury as well. It started there actually, the dream. Because whenever I am sitting there in the reception, I'm seeing all these rich people coming to the reception with their family. Me, I'm working as a receptionist. So it's just, sometimes you need to have a dream.
Of course,
It's not
that's
just about you have back there that you have to help your family. It's always like that. I think that's always the story, that you need to help your siblings, to help your mom. But my mom is so capable. She is she's been giving us a lot when we were a kid. So that wasn't. But we are not
So
like.
how long were you employed, and what was the point that made you decide that from now on I'm gonna start to build my own company? When was that time? How long were you employed?
When I was treated badly when in my work, it's been like how long?
How long were you working as an employee in total?
I'm counting it. Hold on. I think 12.
12 years.
12 years, yes. 12 years when I was because in Luta I really grow there. My mentor is my director. He always tells me that, see, I'm seeing potential in you. Okay. I'm meeting people for 5 minutes, but for us until 2 hours we are talking, and because I see a potential in you. So he always brings me on our strategic what do you call this, director meeting every quarter. We have this is strategic in action, and then I'm always there with the directors. So whenever we do a strategy, there where it started. And I dreamed that I also wanted to have a business, because
So tell me, transitioning from being an employee to an entrepreneur, can you tell me that process? Is it easy? Is it long? Is it challenging? What are the
Well,
challenges you had? What was running in your mind when you were going through that? The transition.
the transition, it was too hard, to be honest. I thought it was easy, because there are 10 companies before Picksentials. There are 10 companies that I failed to continue. Some of them is actually going good. I'm the one who stopped it because I'm not enjoying it, although it's going good. And then no, I don't mean that way. Actually, it's different. It was really hard because of it's not good. That, how can I explain it? Like, it's a good one. It's a good business, but I'm not able to continue. So I stopped
your
it.
your first business, you mean?
Yeah, my first business was a staycation in the Philippines. So there was one. So I posted there. I just do the normal marketing that I do usually, and then someone called me and he said I also want someone to manage my property, and I was saying, oh yes, I pretend that I'm doing it already. So okay, let's have a meeting. And yeah, okay, we're meeting. And I said that I started this staycation for my own unit for a year now, and now I'm also searching for someone. And luckily, you have called me, and I was actually searching. Then he called me, and then he was happy. I created like a contract, everything that I needed to do, and then after that, he agreed to it. He was so happy with the result. So he also invited his friends from Australia, from Hong Kong. So I was managing their property in the Philippines. While I was here in Dubai, my best friend was helping me. But then during the pandemic, I said that, okay, it's not a good business. When it's on the pandemic, because I'm getting 50,000 dirhams as a profit on this staycation.
Okay.
Sorry, not 50,000 dirham,
50,000
pesos. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry, it's pesos. 50,000
Okay.
pesos. I'm getting as a profit, and then after pandemic, it's all gone. Like because it's a short-term rentals, so it's not allowed to.
And you- so-
all the I think all the hospitality and hotel was.
So you mean before having Picksentials, you had a lot of businesses in the past,
Yes,
and those are failed businesses.
yes. Those are failed businesses, and
But- Mhm.
staycation is still right now. I still have the staycation, but I'm giving that up because I couldn't, anymore give my time on the staycation. So I'm selling my condo already. Right now it's fully booked. I have until August for this condo. So if anyone wants to buy my condo right now, I'm also willing to give my Airbnb account, which is already 200 reviews. Yeah, it's always fully booked. It's fully booked until August. So if someone wanted to buy that, they can get their ROI because it's already rented. So yeah, that and I wanted to focus on Picksential. That's the reason. And then I've learned that first you have to focus on one business. Once you are already happy with the result, then you can also invest with any
With
other
things, yeah.
yeah.
Later
Yeah,
on.
yeah, later on.
By the
yeah.
way, guys, Honey is now the founder of Picksentials.com. It's an e-commerce platform.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about that? Can you tell us about that,
Yeah.
Honey? Yeah.
So Picksentials is a curated essentials. So Picksentials is a fusion of picks, like when you pick, and then essentials. So I make it as one word, Picksentials. So it's a curated essentials for women who value high quality products. So when I say high quality, it doesn't have to be expensive. It's something that makes you confident. It's started this actually through Thriving Filipina as the root cause of this, and I'm saying that I also like to have more Filipino who's having businesses here in UAE because I want our nationality as well. I want as many as Filipinos to be successful here in UAE. If the percentage is like 10%, let's go higher. Let's make 50%, 60, 70%, that many Filipino are very successful here in the UAE. And that's where it started, Picksentials. So Picksentials is actually, when you join Picksentials, as a seller, okay, you will have your own products where you can sell it to Picksentials. So we have to do the checking of what type of product is that. Is that gonna help the customer? Who is your targeting? So it's a character and personality brand where someone relies on how happy they are having this product. All of us women is different, but it doesn't mean that because she is different, there is someone is right. So there is no right and wrong. It's not a mistake to be different. It's just different. It's a diverse preference for us. So for me, like Joanna, as you as a personality, you like those things. Okay, like for example, it doesn't mean I have to like it as well. I have another things that I like as well that makes me confident. And that's what I wanted people to embrace, like for example, even if someone doesn't like the things that you like as well, you don't have to push it for someone.
Okay.
You can still connect. You can still, like what Thriving is doing, with all the different people. Yeah.
So, Honey, you mean any business owner who is product based can join you
Yes.
and sell on your e-commerce platform?
Yes. Except for right now for the that needs a special approval.
Okay. Yeah. That's great. So let's go back to our word of the day, Kalayaan. What do you think, what does freedom mean to you? Of all the things that you've learned in the past, what does freedom mean to you? since we're celebrating Kalayaan Day today. Yeah.
Independence is where I find my peace. And it's really nice, right? To be
Of course.
free from everything
Peace
that
of
you do. You
mind.
don't have, yeah, it's peace of mind. You know, peace of mind is really expensive. You have to be really ready for it. If you want it, you do something. Like for me, there are many people that really complaining with their work, right? But they don't do anything about it. If you are happy, if you are like getting your salary on time, you don't need to complain because you're getting your salary. Otherwise, if you're not happy with that company, move on and do you if you can if you can handle the pressure, because when you're an entrepreneur, one of our feet is like we don't have a safety net. It's always like we have to be the strongest person in in this as an entrepreneur. You have to be the strongest person, and that's a lot of hard work. So when I went for when I did my businesses that time, I was still working. That's why I didn't work, because I don't have this. I always have excuses. That's why it didn't work. Then I resigned. I actually downgraded really at the bottom. I rented just to save money so I can spend for. I don't believe in quick money scheme.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
not.
Yeah, you have to work hard for
Yeah,
it.
you
Yes.
have to work hard for it. If you really want freedom, you have to be an entrepreneur, because as you continue to be, if you want free, if you are happy to be an employment, then be happy as an employment as well, because as we have employee as well, right? So if you are happy to be employed, then you don't complain, because you're at the end of this is you're also getting the salary. Okay, it's harder when you are an entrepreneur, but you
Of
have to be
course, yeah.
ready to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to peace of mind, as you said, for you, Kalayaan, independence is peace of mind. Is it actually possible? How do you define peace of mind? When how would you know what's an indicator of Honey having peace of mind?
Well, for me, peace of mind is actually when I can just do what I want on that day. I wanted to work hard. I sleep until 5 a.m. It's okay for me. I'm happy to do it because I'm happy with what I'm doing. Okay? If I am, like that day, I wanted to take off. I can take off as well because I am not happy. If I wanted like 3 days straight, no sleep, no food, and I wanted to work, that's fine with me. It's not, for me, it's not peace of mind. It's still peace of mind because
For
you're
you,
doing
yeah.
your craft.
Of course,
You know, you will be happy. Sometimes you're so excited to finish it, and you couldn't. But of course, it's not healthy. So don't do it like you don't sleep. You don't. That's what happened actually to me. I wasn't sleeping for 3 days. I was doing the payment gateway for my website, and then for 3 days, no sleep, no food, and I was just like coding for how can I do it, and because it's so costly to go for. But I didn't know that what you need to do is you only have to have a license and then contact the payment gateway, and then they will
Yeah.
connect it with you. Because
So you were trying to do it yourself.
I was trying to do it myself, so I saved the cost because
good.
I'm the one who build everything on my
good.
website. So, but of course, payment gateway is gonna be so difficult to do it because you need certain skills, to really do it. I was doing it. I did actually, but the thing is it will not be possible for any other country. So, it's the what you call it, PayPal. Yeah, I was using PayPal. And then I was because I was a programmer, but that was back then. I forgot it already. If you want to have a license, you can easily go to Invest in Dubai. Create your own registration with UAE Pass or with your Emirates ID, and then you can select which business that you have, and then they are cheaper actually if you will just do a business on your home. And that's where it started, where I get my payment gateway. You need to have a license to have a
Yeah.
proper payment gateway. Otherwise, it won't work.
Yes.
Because when I did, like in my website, a lot of traffic. I bring traffic, but they couldn't check out because the one that I did before wasn't correct. So there was test and trial that time. So it's been like a month of me doing the test and trial before it's actually working.
Okay. Thank you, Honey. So, would you like to invite our listeners to join Picksentials?
Yes, of course. For the seller, because there are two things.
Please invite
yeah.
our listeners.
So for the sellers that wanted to sell from Picksentials, all you have to do is just to set an appointment, and then we will discuss of what product you have. Of course, we need to have due diligence of the product that you have because we take care of our customer. Customer is always what we are making sure they are happy of what they are buying because Picksentials is not something that's I don't want to do the another cost for the customer. So it has to be really cost effective and affordable. When you say affordable, you because you can afford it. It doesn't have to be cheap. It's because you can afford it. So it's affordable and with the value, and you're happy and confident to have this
Great.
product.
Thank you very much, Honey. We're so glad to have you here in our first episode. I just want all the listeners know, how did you come across Thriving Filipina Circle?
So it just started with my friend who invited me and challenged me that, oh, I know that, do you know TFC? And I was thinking about the other TFC. And then he's saying, of course I know TFC. He said, no, the Thriving Filipina Circle. And I didn't know that there was a group of Thriving Filipina Circle. And then she said, okay, I know the founder. I'll speak to her. You can join in WhatsApp. And then, okay, then I have joined. Okay, what you need to do, you have to introduce yourself and all that. And then after that, I got the updates on the WhatsApp already. There was an event on this. So it started with the bazaar. There was a, I don't know what you call it. Like you have to have a booth, and then you can bring your product. I think it's self-love topic.
Yes.
Yeah, because there were like people talking about how to love yourself, and also it was really interesting topic. So I joined that. That was the first time, and I bring all my other friends as well to join me. We were 3 people that time, and then yeah, that's where it started.
Good. And so, how do you feel being a member, being part of TFC? What have you learned?
I feel so.
It's been a year, right? It's been a year.
Yeah, it's a year already. So I've been like, sometimes I got busy, so it's not like every week I'm attending the event, and I also choose the event which is related to me, and also, it's so. I feel so glad. I feel so happy. I've met lots of people that I don't know before. And I've been inspired with some of the speakers. Like, for example, I was thinking of I need to get a coach. And that helped me decide as well. When you have one topic about coach and
Mentorship. Yeah.
mentorship. So I came there. I even cried. And I was like,
We
I was
always
hiding
cry.
to the camera because maybe that camera will I was crying with one of the story of the, it relates me. And makes me feel like, okay, push harder, because that person, she's able to do it, then you can able to do it as well. So yeah, and then now, yeah, I'm so happy, and Joanna is very welcoming. She's very appreciative, and she's you don't feel like you are out. She don't know that my mother is also her colleague before. She don't know that. We just
Yeah.
connect. And then she found out later on that my mother is her colleague. And
Ex-colleague.
then, ex-colleague before when she was employed. And then, yeah.
Thank you, Honey. Thanks for your very kind words. Actually, it really touches my heart when I hear those things. My mission is to really inspire others and uplift the
Yeah.
Filipina community in the UAE. And I just get surprised with all the stories that happen within the circle. Thank you. And all of you, all the members, all people in the circle really motivates me to do more. That's why we have this podcast now. And
Yes.
thank you so much. Of course, I'd like to thank Jonah for really encouraging me to do this. You are my power, Jonah. Thank you. So, everyone, I'd like to thank you for listening. Thank you, Honey, for being here. We've learned a lot from you, and keep doing what you're doing. I'm so proud of you because you're so strong.
Thank you.
You're so strong. I know life's like that. Sometimes we fail, and you're such a good example to a lot of people because you're not afraid to fail. Well, that's actually a character you should have when you're an entrepreneur. You should not be afraid to fail because when you fail, you will not die. You're still alive. Just fail forward and then stand up stronger. That's what you're doing. So thank you to all our audience for being here. And till the next TFC podcast, have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Bye.
Join us next time for another inspiring episode brought to you by the Thriving Filipina Circle.